the opposition to impeaching Donald Trump is nothing but a full-blown case of the crazies among the Republican Party. I mean, look at what has happened to that party. Look at who the prominent Republicans who have been mentioned in the media in the past 2 weeks. And they're not necessarily nationally prominent people, but Marjorie Taylor Greene from Georgia, the Congresswoman Laura Boebert, I think her name is, from Colorado. The issues that they're involved, not only out of the mainstream, but so far to the crazy right that you could focus on them. That would be helpful to moving forward in terms of popularity for the Biden administration. But no, impeachment, it's a distraction.
So, Casey, let me ask you, what have you heard yesterday? We get more information about a new Republican member of Congress who called for the assassination of Nancy Pelosi, liked it on her Facebook page. When the lynching of Barack Obama was brought up, she said, be patient. Those plans are taking shape. We need to make sure we do it correctly in a way that liberal judges don't get in the way of us lynching Barack Obama. And of course, her campaign ad that showed her holding an AR-15 and targeting 3 members of Congress. What were the words again? I'm coming after them or something like that. 3 Democratic members of Congress, something going on offense or something like that. But it very, very much looked like she was targeting 3 women of color in the United States Congress. I don't care what my ideology was. If I'm a member of the House of Representatives, and I have been a member of the House of Representatives, I would tell my majority leader, my minority leader, to get their you-know-what together and to get this taken care of and rectified and get anybody that had called for the assassination, directly or indirectly, of another member of that institution, to get them on the floor, make them apologize, or expel them. That's black and white. That would have been black and white in my day. That would have been black and white in any day. Like, are Republicans concerned about this, that they've got people talking about assassinating other members of Congress?
Yeah, and I think you're right not to use her name, because this is what they thrive on, attention. And I think the attention is rightfully placed on what leaders are doing about this. And Kevin McCarthy sat this person on the Education Committee in the House, even though she has called shootings of school children in Florida and Connecticut, Newtown and Parkland, false flag events online. And while McCarthy was on a conference call yesterday and he told his members to cut the crap, was the quote, to stop criticizing other members in public because it was creating unsafe situations for other Republicans, there are a lot of questions this morning about what he is actually doing about it. Matt Gaetz, the congressman from Florida, put out a notice on Twitter that at 1 p.m. today, he is going to Cheyenne, Wyoming, the state capital there, he has called on patriots to assemble to oppose Liz Cheney over her vote on impeachment. Now, what is that? What is Kevin McCarthy doing about that? Because it seems like a call to action, the kind of call to action that led to the events of January 6th. So I think you're right to raise these questions. And also, how would any of us, any person, anyone watching the show this morning, how would you feel if there was somebody in your office that had posted something like this on Facebook, a photo of themselves with a gun and vague, threatening language towards them, or directly threatening language toward them? I mean, how would you feel safe going into your office? Because that's what it's like for these other members of the House of Representatives. It's their office.
Yeah, though, Willie, it's one thing for somebody to come into my district and hold a rally against me, and then I'd say bring it on if they did that, right? It's another thing if you have a sitting member of Congress who has called for the assassination of other members of Congress, who have suggested that other members of Congress, that she was going to target them with an AR-15. If she had talked about the lynching of Barack Obama, a former United States president, and said, hey, sit tight, We're going to do it. We're going to take care of it. Like, things are getting in place for the lynching of a former president of the United States. Like that, that's, again, that's an immediate, like, discussion with the member. That's an immediate censoring. That's possibly an immediate expulsion. Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.